wonderful.
Hello and welcome back to Budgets, Bargains and Bullshit. I'm Gemma and today we are doing our August monthly budget and plan. So I do apologise if this is a slightly longer video than normal. I am actually going to run through bit by bit of what I do for my monthly budget, which I haven't done in a very long time. I haven't actually done it on camera, so we're going to do it together. So grab yourself a cuppa. I've got mine right here and we'll get started. So if you know me, you know that I use erasable pens. So this one is the Pilot one. These are a bit more expensive. You can get them in Tesco or WH Smith's. This one's just a Tesco's own version. These are a bit cheaper and they just work the exact same, to be honest. And I also got some from Raymond, I don't know how to pronounce it. These were £1 each. However, I've lost my black one, so I don't know what I've done with it. This is pink, but I'm not going to use that for today. But yeah, these are really good as well. So also, for anybody wondering, I use a digital download that I bought from Etsy, which is from Philly and Brit. So I can print off as many as I need whenever I need them, because I make loads of mistakes and it's just easier to have some that I can just print off and then I can recycle them afterwards. So like most people, I tend to write on a slant, so I apologize if it's going to look a bit weird to you, but I am going to explain it anyway so you can kind of understand. But I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can kind of see what I'm up to. Also, I want to apologize if you can hear any shouting or talking in the background. My window is shut, but my neighbours are very, very loud. So we're just going to have to pretend that it's not there. So, right, we're going to start off by writing our income. Now, if you see my channel before, you will know I get paid weekly, so I budget weekly. However, I started to monthly budget just so I can kind of see what's to come and just an overall view of my budget. I find it's quite helpful. So both me and my husband work at the same company, so we get paid the same. And I always budget it at a very minimum. Now, of course, there's overtime potentially, and we get a higher rate on a weekend than we do during the week. So this is a very minimum amount. So I set that minimum amount at, well, it used to be 360, I think, but I've now upped it to 380 a week because we had a pay rise. So that works out, and bearing in mind, August for me is a 5-week month. 5 weeks at 380 is 1,900. So I'm just going to put that into both. Now, my husband always does overtime, a little bit here, a little bit there, and he does get paid usually a lot more than me. So this is just a very, very rough budget. So the income total then is 3,800. Now, I'm going to pop over here rollover, and I'm going to budget that this month at 0. Honestly, I find it easier to just budget rollover at 0 because you just never know what's going to happen. Hopefully we'll have some left over to be able to pop here and have a little bit extra for this month, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, I do like to budget it at 0. So then we come down to our bills. Now, I'm going to put these in order of when they come out, just so that it makes it easier when I go on to do my weekly budget. So the very first one then is council tax, and I'm going to put Help to Buy in the same one. Now, the reason I put it together is because it comes out on the same day. It comes out on the 1st of the month. So council tax is 164 and Help to Buy is £1. I don't know why, but you have to have a £1 direct debit set up. So I put them together, just gives me a bit more space down here. So that's £165. Then we have my dog's groomer's appointment. Now this isn't a direct debit, but I count it as a bill because it happens every month, and that is £30. It's technically 28, but I always just pay her 30 just to make it easier. She does a brilliant job on him, and yeah, it just makes more sense. And she always has him longer than what she's only supposed to have him for an hour, and she spends like an hour and a half on him, so I'm more than happy to pay her 30. Then we go on to British Gas, which is £60 a month. We have a sofa payment, which is something that I'm working on at the minute to try and clear it off, which is £100 a month. Now it's technically not, it's technically £64.16. However, last month I rounded it up to 100, and then I put the other £36 into my Monzo pot, and I'm going to do the exact same this month and next month, and then when next month comes around I'll have about 100 and something, 105, 110, something like that, and I can put that money into a one-off payment to try and get this paid off quicker. So yeah, that's my plan. That's why I'm rounding that up. And then next up is my car finance, which is £246.75. This is not something that I'm looking to reduce or get rid of at the minute. I'm just happy to leave it as it is for now. BT is £36.05. My mortgage is 43167. My phone bill, and then my husband's phone bill. So mine is £64.79, which I'm hoping to reduce in January. And then my husband's is £80.88. And oh, I've mixed this up. I was supposed to put under mortgage, but it doesn't matter, I'll just pop it here. My dog has a fleeing and worming subscription. Just makes it a bit easier. I was going to try and change it, but it didn't work out any cheaper, and I'm just going to leave it for now until I find a better alternative that's either cheaper or just whatever. So that's that. Now, because August for me is a 5-week month, let me just move that down so you can see what I'm doing. We are actually going to be paying council tax and Help to Buy twice. So the 5th week ends on the 1st. So the last date is the 1st of the month, I believe. So we're paying council tax and Help to Buy again this month, which is £165 again. So the total for that then is £1,393.14. So we're just going to take 3,800, which is our income, minus off the bills, and see what we have left. 1393.14. £2,406.86. Okay, so moving on down then, we've got our cash envelopes. This is things that I will be using weekly, and this is what I put them in categories of. We've got food, fuel, tobacco, money for my husband, and money for myself. Now food, I tend to do that at £70 a week. We've got 5 weeks in August, so that's £350 for the month. Some weeks are going to be less than others, but that's what we'll budget it at. Fuel, I spend about £40 a week. Times that by 5 is 200. Now, tobacco, we're not going to be buying again this month. So you'll know from my previous videos, if you watched them, we went to Tenerife and we brought some tobacco back, so I don't have to worry about that for a little while, which is good. My husband gets about £20 a week, so that's £100 for the month. And normally I don't really give myself anything, but we are gonna this month, we're gonna do £50, so just £10 a week. So that will come down to £700. And we'll take the 2406.86 from up here, minus off the 700, which leaves us with £1,706.86. Lovely. Now on this sheet, you would normally go up to sinking funds, and then you do sinking funds, savings and debt. However, I personally like to get debt out the way first, purely because I feel like that's my priority. I know some people put their regular payments in their bills section, but because I don't have enough room in my bills section, I always keep mine in here for the month. So yeah, I do like to do this next, which kind of messes up the whole system. But not to worry, we'll just work with it. So I have 3 debts. If you watched my debt update, you'll already know what I'm going to put into these. So these are all credit cards that I am working on at the minute. Sainsbury's, Halifax and the MBNA card. Now Sainsbury's this month is getting £55 one-off payment. MBNA is getting 130. Oh, I've just done that wrong. See, that's why these pens come in handy. Just rub that out. So £133.62. And Halifax is getting £400, so that we can hopefully clear that off. So the debt total then is £588.62. So what we're going to do then is get the total from down here, minus off the debt, 1706.86, minus off the debt payment, which is 588.62. And that gives us £1,118.24 left. So what I'm going to do is just write that on a sticky note. So we know how much we can put towards sinking funds and savings. Okay, so sinking funds then, we are going to put emergency, home, gifts, car maintenance, clothes and Cooper. So if you guys are wondering how to work out what sinking funds to put in, you may be like me, you've got lots of sinking funds and you're not sure what to prioritize. Just think of what you're going to need for this month and also maybe for next month as well. Try and sort of think ahead a little bit. I have a sinking fund for home insurance, but I don't need my home insurance until next year, so that's not a priority right now. So emergency fund, obviously I'm constantly trying to put more into that. Home fund, so it's always a priority is what I mean. Home fund, I'm getting a wardrobe fitted in August, and I've got a little bit of money saved already, and I just need to get the rest put into that. So again, that's why that's a priority. Gifts at the minute I never seem to be able to keep money in my gifts envelope. So again, that's why that's a priority. Car maintenance is coming up in October time, so it's a couple of months away, but it's expensive, and if there's anything wrong with the car, I don't want to have to use my emergency fund, so I'm trying to get that up as much as I can. Clothes, it's just one of them that I've never really cash stuffed for, and I think I should. I should make it a bit of a priority, ready for whenever we next go shopping. It's not something that we do very often, usually before a holiday. We haven't got any holidays planned, but yeah, it'd be good to have something in there. And Cooper is for his food and yeah, just anything really. Again, it's one of them that I haven't really cash stuffed, so now that I've got the opportunity to, I might as well. So emergency fund this month, I am going to be putting in 150. Home needs 275 to fully fund for my wardrobe. Gifts, I'm hoping to get 40 in there. I do have a little bit of money in there already, but you know, it's always good to have a bit more than what you need. Car maintenance will hopefully get £80 this month. Clothes will hopefully get 50. And Cooper will hopefully get £50. So we'll just quickly add that up. £645. So we're going to minus that off the amount left down here, just to put us our total here. So we had £1,706.86 minus 645 gives us £1,061.86. Moving on to saving challenges then. I'm just going to try and do 3 different ones this month. My penny saving challenge, my pound challenge, and my £5 challenge. I do also have a 52-week challenge, but I tend to use any change that I've got left over from the week before from my cash envelopes, so I don't really put that under here. I don't budget for it. So then in my penny challenge, I'm going to try and put £100 in. My penny challenge is actually for Christmas. It's for my Christmas gifts, so that's why I'm trying to get that one done and, you know, prioritize that one. My pound challenge, I'm not quite sure how far through we are, but I'm gonna try and put £30 to one side for it, and I think that might finish it off, to be honest. I'm not 100%. I haven't counted it up recently. And then my £5 challenge, we're going to put £40 into that. So that'll give us a total of 170. We minus that off of 1,061.86. Minus 170 gives us 891.86, which then brings us down to our debt. We minus off 588.62, which leaves us with 303.24. Now, I don't like to zero budget. I know that there's some people that think it's the better way of doing it. That's just personally not the way I would, mainly because things come up whilst you're midway through the month, and yeah, I just find that it's a little bit easier for me to make sure that there's something left. Although I never plan for a rollover, I like to leave something for just in case. It's always best. So the reason why I wrote this down earlier was because when I was deciding what sinking funds and what savings challenges to put in, I know I've got approximately 1,100 to work with. Like I said, I really kind of want, I might be super cheeky and ask a creator to maybe make me a budget where I can put the debts up here and just swap them around. Because I think most budget sheets have the debts at the bottom, and it's just, I like to get that bit done first so I know what's left to put in my sinking funds. And just the way it's set out with, you know, leaving this amount left, it just doesn't work if you do the debts first without writing down how much is left. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it makes sense to me. Right, so that is August budget done. Now, like I said, I weekly budget. Oh, my sheets have just fallen. So I weekly budget, so I've got 5 weekly sheets here which I am going to fill out. I'll not talk you through it because it'll be super boring, and we'll come back and I will show you exactly what's on each, and yeah, that's that. Okay, so that is everything done. My hand is killing from all the writing, and you can see towards the last sheet, my handwriting was just going terrible because my hand was aching and I just wanted to get it over and done with. But it's done now and ready for the month. So we'll have a quick run through. So this is week 1. Obviously we're predicting no rollover. We've got council tax, Help to Buy and Cooper's grooming appointment. Cash envelopes is the same on every single week at 140, and we're putting into 3 different sinking funds. Now, just know I change my mind so often, so this might not happen, to be honest, but having it wrote out helps me to know kind of what's a priority, what I'm trying to work on, and yeah, how much I need to pay. So you don't have to stick to it to like 100%, but it's there for reference. Our savings challenges and our debts down at the bottom. As you can see, in week 2 we're not putting as much into sinking funds as we have just some more bills coming out in week 2. Week 3, again, we've got no sinking funds because we've got a much higher bill day week, sorry. And obviously we've got some debts to pay as well. So you can see there we've included the rollover from the previous week on these. Week 4 then we've got a little bit less bills, so we can put a lot more into our sinking funds, and we've left a little rollover there ready for the last week, and yeah, the total in the end comes to the exact same. 1 second, or it should. Yeah, so the total there left over is £303.24, and that is what we had on our monthly budget. So we know that I've done it correctly, and I've put what I should in sinking funds, I've put what I should in savings and debt and bills. So we know it's all correct because the amount left over is the exact same, which is fabulous. Now that that's over and done with, these have been sliding off my folder through the entire video. So this is something that I am currently working on, is getting better at not spending on willy-nilly stuff. So for example, the rollover, let's say in week 3, is £182.53. Oh no, it's not, sorry. Reading the wrong bit. The rollover in week 3 is £43.91. So the reason why I have these now, these expense trackers, is to stop myself from using that rollover money. I've been trialing it out for the past couple of weeks, and it's been all right. I've quite enjoyed doing it. But it's definitely something new, and yeah, it does take a bit of time to get used to, you know, having to jot everything down, but it definitely stops me from spending on pointless stuff. So a couple of goals then for this month, because yeah, it's nice to set some goals. So the very first thing is to pay off my Halifax credit card. There's £400 left on there, and that is the plan, to pay that off in August. The second thing is to get £650 in my home envelope. As you can see, we only need £275 this month, but I do need it by week 3, I believe. So yeah, that's definitely a priority. And also just to track all spending, so using my new expense trackers properly, and making sure I'm jotting everything down and not just spending where I shouldn't be. So yeah, that is my goals for August. I can't believe how quick the year is going. It's crazy. I am still using my monthly planner, but I just haven't got it with me. But yeah, I'm still using that, and yeah, just carry on plodding along, you know. Budgeting's to me, it's one of them things that it's a very much long-term thing. And you know what, you're not going to get it right the first time. I do keep switching up the way I do things to see what works best for me. This has definitely been working very well for me, and I'm hoping that the expense tracker works well for me as well. So yeah, that is everything. My next video will be week 1 of August, so I will see you then. Bye.